One of the biggest challenges facing an emerging economy like South Africa is the ability to expose people from lower income brackets to viable opportunities in urban areas. Government is committed to creating sustainable human settlements through integrated planning and better land use management. Focused effort also aims to improve access to urban areas by lower income citizens. And nowhere is this more evident than in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, more specifically in the eThekwini Metropolitan Municipality, the local authority for the city of Durban. Welcome to a vision of the future, a place where people can work, live and play. CORNUBIA, building tomorrow.
What we envisage is a completely new suburb that would mushroom in the north of our city. It's a mixed-use development, a development that is going to cost us something like 20 billion.
The vision of CORNUBIA is basically work, live, play. You want to have a situation where people don't have to travel miles to go to work. The facilities are provided, so you want a situation where you can work, live and play within your community.
The development of CORNUBIA is a collaboration between public and private sectors. It sees the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Human Settlement and eThekwini Municipality as the public drivers of the project and Tongaat Hewlett as the private land provider and developer, with the Housing Development Agency serving as facilitator.
CORNUBIA itself, first of all, as a land holding, is about 1,200 hectares of land. And the total development planned for that land holding comprises something like 3.5 million square meters of floor areas of buildings eventually. So it's a very, very substantial development.
It is situated between Ottawa and Umhlanga. It's bordered by the N2 freeway as well as the M41 arterial. It's in the north of Durban, just south of King Shaka International Airport, and is said to be one of the biggest human settlement initiatives between the eThekwini municipality and the province.
In total, we're looking at something like 24,000 residential units, of which some 15,000 subsidised units will be included. In addition to that, some 85 hectares of industrial platform, for which there's substantial demand at the moment in the Durban region. And then in total planned about some 1 million square metres of mixed commercial space.
I want to describe it as a self-sufficient kind of a project, which in fact will generate job opportunities and people that are there. We expect that as they live within the settlement, they will then be working within the settlement itself.
The benefit of having a longer running project which is developed in an integrated way, it actually improves our ability to create job opportunities.
And job creation has been one of the main focuses of government, and by this there will be large-scale industrial sector development, commercial, as well as other sources of employment in terms of the construction industry.
What's most important for me though, I think, is that it is sustainable. So in the longer term, on the completion of the development and as phases of it are completed, there is even more substantial long-term and permanent employment in the area.
The market that we are targeting is listed under 4 areas. One of them is the BNG market. The other market is your gap market housing, which is where you're targeting, for example, your public servants. Those are the market that's often forgotten about. So this will create an opportunity for that market to access housing. And then we're looking at your social housing, which is your rental stock, an ability for people to get in, rent at a reasonable rate before they decide to move on to other housing opportunities. And obviously your community residential, your high-end residential, that'll all be catered for within the development.
So we're trying to encourage the communities to live close to one another. So we are attaching the houses, therefore providing maximum houses for a small space. Also, that encourages people to actually live and play together and form those community bonds.
The idea is to create a brand new section of the city. So it will have access to all the usual facilities, postal services,
schools, clinics, hospitals, fire stations, police stations. CORNUBIA, we believe, can only work if there's public transport. As such, we've made provision for 2 BRT, bus rapid transport routes.
We respected the very assets like wetlands. They're not just kind of swamp areas where people then but it also cleans water, it also manages floods.
Large-scale bulk infrastructure is required to unlock a development of this scale, and the funding thereof remains a key challenge. Initial estimates indicate that the bulk infrastructure of CORNUBIA is approximately 2.7 billion rand, thus indicating the enormity and scale of this development. CORNUBIA is a vision of the future, a place where its citizens can live, work and play. More importantly, it represents a commitment of a government that has the dreams and ideals of its people in mind. Welcome to CORNUBIA, building tomorrow.